Hey guys, Gizmoddict here, and today I have something that is 8 and comes in a really long package. I'm talking about the OnePlus 8, and surprisingly there hasn't been a lot of content about this phone in India. But I've gotten my unit from Amazon and today we're gonna unbox it, and in the next couple of days you're gonna have some epic videos about this phone. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with my unboxing and first impressions of the OnePlus 8. So here's the box of the OnePlus 8, and as you can see it comes in this really long box like the OnePlus 70 and the OnePlus 70 Pro. On the front of the box you've got the 8 written, nothing else, very minimal. On the left hand side and the right hand side you've got the OnePlus branding, and if you turn to the back you've got some specifications written about this phone. As you can see, I've got the 8 128GB version of this phone. You've got the Qualcomm Snapdragon logo, Dolby Atmos logo, and a couple of other information here. You've got the retail price of this phone, what things do you get inside the box, and you also have some other information too. But anyways, I'm just gonna go straight in and unbox this phone and see what all do we get inside. So inside the box, the first thing that you see is the OnePlus 8, and as you can see it's sitting nicely in this plastic wrap. As you can see I have the Glacial green color on this phone, but as of now I'm gonna keep it to the side and see what else do we get here. So here you've got this small piece of cardboard inside which you've got a lot of things. In fact it's so stuffed I dropped the SIM ejector tool, as you can see. But here you get the Red Cable Club invite, which is an exclusive program that OnePlus runs. You also have the quick start guide, warranty information. You also have a paper which gives you all the information about the highest SAR values. And then later on you also have some cool stickers from OnePlus. So I think they're doing an Apple thing here by giving you stickers inside the box, but these are basically just all the paperwork that you get with the phone. Below the cardboard box we've got a case for the OnePlus 8. So this is your typical OnePlus TPU case. But the thing is, this time you've got this huge never settle branding on it. It's kind of loud and I'm not sure if I like it, but do let me know your opinions about it in the comments. After that we've got the Type-C to USB-A charging and data syncing cable. This supports the Warp Charge 30, and then you also have the Warp Charging 30T adapter here. So I think this is a 30 watt adapter and it can charge your phone from 0 to 50% in approximately 22 to 25 minutes. So basically this is everything that you get inside the box. You unfortunately do not get any pair of earphones. I think OnePlus wants you to buy their wireless Z earphones pretty badly. A review of that would be coming soon too. But these are all the box contents. I'm gonna throw everything to the side now and I'm gonna talk about the OnePlus 8. So here's the OnePlus 8. As you can see I have the Glacial green color and I really like this shade. It's really different. From a distance you will feel that this is a metal back, but it's actually a frosted glass back similar to what we've seen on the OnePlus 70. So on the back as well as on the front you've got Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and the build quality here is really good. If you've held a OnePlus 70 it feels very similar, and I love the form factor of the OnePlus 8. The thing is, I've lately been using the S20 Ultra and then I've been using the Poco X2 and Mi 10, and all of those phones, they feel really heavy in the hand, but the OnePlus 8 comes in at 180 grams and it genuinely feels much lighter in comparison to those phones, and I really like this form factor. It's thin as well. If you can see, it's quite thinner in comparison to Mi 10. So I really like the form factor and how this phone feels in hand. It's lightweight. I can reach all the corners of the display easily, and I really like this 6.55 inch screen size that OnePlus has gone with. While OnePlus has kept the build quality more or less the same, they've done a major change when it comes to the display. So unlike the OnePlus 70 which got a regular 2.5D display, this time OnePlus has given you the curved display like the OnePlus 7 Pro series and the OnePlus 8 Pro. So on the OnePlus 8 also you get this 6.55 inch curved display. So this time you will have to be a little bit careful, because if you just drop this phone you might end up breaking the display. It comes with a screen protector pre-installed, but mine is already scratched right out of the box, but I'm just gonna replace it anyways with a tempered glass. If you need a tempered glass for the OnePlus 8 or the 8 Pro, the guys at Glazed Ink are gonna have their UV glass very soon. So do check out their website. You can use the promo code Gizmo also. They have products for all of these phones and their UV glasses work really well with OnePlus phones. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that to protect my OnePlus 8's display. If I talk about the display quality, I think OnePlus has improved it over the OnePlus 70. As of now, it's an AMOLED display. It supports HDR10. I also checked all of the apps like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and you've gotten proper support for HDR10. So that's good. And while I was watching a couple of clips on Netflix and on Amazon Prime, I think OnePlus has done a good job with the display. But I'll compare it with the Mi 10, with the OnePlus 70, with the OnePlus 8 Pro in my future videos. OnePlus has also retained the stereo speaker setup here. So on the top as well as on the bottom, you've got this really nice stereo speaker setup, and the quality from that is actually pretty good. After that, if I talk about the specifications, the OnePlus 8 is a 5G enabled phone and it runs on Qualcomm Snapdragon 865G. And here I've got 8GB of RAM. There is also an Amazon exclusive 6GB RAM variant, but in the first sale, I was only able to get the 8GB variant. So I just went with that. But you also have another 256GB variant if you want to spend more. You've also got a 4300 mAh of battery. So that's a nice bump from the OnePlus 70, because the 70 had a 3800 mAh of battery, and that used to last me almost just till the end of the day. So I think with the OnePlus 8, I can probably squeeze in 1.5 hour of extra screen on time, but I'll report that in my full review. And you also have dual channel UFS 3.0 storage on this phone, so everything's very fast and fluid like a typical OnePlus phone. So the build quality, specifications, design, display, everything has been a step up from the OnePlus 70, but where OnePlus has taken a step back is in terms of the cameras. So the OnePlus 70 had a 48 megapixel IMX586, it had a telephoto lens, a wide angle lens, and it also had a special macro mode with the help of wide angle lens that took really nice and crisp macro shots like this. But then now, unfortunately, on the OnePlus 8, you miss out on the telephoto lens and you get a 2 megapixel macro lens instead. So I think you're gonna get inferior portraits as well as you're gonna get inferior macro shots on the OnePlus 8. The primary sensor is still the same. You've got the 48 megapixel IMX586. Even the wide angle lens I think is the same. And I'm showing you a couple of samples right now between the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 70, and also between the OnePlus 8 as well as the Xiaomi Mi 10. So you can figure things out for yourself, but I'll be covering the camera extensively in my dedicated camera comparisons. Here you also get camera to API support, so Gcam is supported, and you can use the Gcams from OnePlus 7 Pro 70 on this phone because it's the main primary sensor. I've already gotten Gcam here and a video should be coming in a day or two. You've also got video recording up to 4K 60fps. There's also optical image stabilization. OnePlus also has this super steady video thing in the camera app. And if I talk about the front facing camera, I think this is a 16 megapixel sensor. So I think the sensor is the same as the OnePlus 70, but I took a couple of selfies with the Mi 10 and the OnePlus 8, and I think the OnePlus 8 does take better looking selfies. But like I said, I'll be covering the cameras extensively in my camera comparisons, which should be hitting the channel very, very soon. After that, if I talk about a couple of other things, you've got the silent switch once again here in the right hand side. You've got dual SIM card support. Here you've also got the in-display fingerprint sensor. I think it's the same one from the OnePlus 70. It's fast, it works really well, it's very accurate, and you won't have any problems with any of the screen protectors that you use on these phones because these are not ultrasonic sensors, these are optical sensors. In terms of software, the phone runs on the latest version of Oxygen OS, and I've said this before, Oxygen OS is my best and my favorite Android UI, and it just works really well. With that 90Hz display on the OnePlus 8, everything's damn smooth, everything's very fluid, and you get a lot of customization options, you get a lot of features as well, so it's not bare bones stock Android. You get best of the both worlds. You get a lot of features, plus you get that speed and that fluidity of stock Android. So my initial impressions of the OnePlus 8 are actually pretty positive. I'm still yet to test the cameras because the thing is, I want to compare it to the OnePlus 70 and figure out which phone is more value for money. I will also be doing a detailed PUBG review. This phone can support smooth extreme, HDR extreme, and given that we've got the Snapdragon 865, the performance should be really, really good. So dedicated camera comparison, dedicated PUBG review, everything's gonna come to the channel very, very soon. That's all with my unboxing and initial impressions of the OnePlus 8. If you guys have any questions about this phone, please let me know in the comments, and I'll also drop my affiliate link to buy this phone in the description box. So in case you're planning to buy the OnePlus 8 or the OnePlus 8 Pro, please check out the links in the description. This was my unboxing as well as my first impressions of the OnePlus 8. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then please like it. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you didn't like this video, then you can always press that dislike button twice. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I will be back in the notifications very, very soon. Peace.